What's up, y'all? For the Matchmakers, that's called Updates and Future Projects Part 2. I'm just going to show y'all all the essays, the books that I'm going to be working on. You can watch those videos separately if you want to, or just watch them in entirety in this actual video right here. If you actually watch videos like behind the scenes or the making of, that actually kind of speaks about, the making of the actual books itself, the information that's actually going to be included into the book, so you can be looking forward into when you cop them. All of them is actually on a great level that's like middle school and lower, because I actually want anybody to understand the information that's actually going to be within the book itself. I also want a different artist to draw each book. So I want this artist to draw this book, a different artist to draw that book. And I always like practically literally ahead of time, mainly yearly, before I work on my project. So I probably work on like, because I already know I'm actually going to become a spokesperson, or become what I say I am. So I always have my goals in motion before I actually physically express them. I already have them all lined up, and then I already going to start working on them. So that's pretty what I'm doing right now. So besides that, my two first essays, I'm actually going to show y'all them, including all the other books that's actually in the making. So I'm going to show y'all the books I actually had to read, etc. Right? So I'm going to start off showing y'all this right here. These are the two essays that I actually written. I Am My Own Enemy and Solution. I written this in 2011. I have to give a shout out to the librarian who actually proofread both of these books as well. I released this in 2015. This book right here has 4 chapters, pages, and total probably less than 20 for both of these. This book here, chapter 1 speaks about racism exists because the people let it live. Chapter 2 speaks about differences in opinions. Chapter 3 speaks about you doesn't have to be in a prison to feel you're in a cage, mental slavery. Chapter 4 speaks about parents and children. I also spoke about solutions within this book as well, or within this essay as well. So released this 2011. This one 2015. This one's called The Forgotten Legacy, the Repression of the Fallen Gods and Goddess. Chapter 1 speaks about chapter 1 speaks about maturity. Chapter 2, originality, and 3, evolution. So these what these books of the chapters. Both of these books can be copied from a video I made called My 2 Essays. You can just watch that video, look at the actual section below it, and you can copy them. You can copy them both. It will upload to your computer. Just appear right to your computer, and you can read it from there. Or you can copy them from my Facebook account. Right? The same outcome. You click it, upload right to your actual computer. The other is in person. I'm actually selling them for $10 each. Right? But besides that, in person, I'm actually selling them $10 each, literally in person. I'm gonna show y'all the Planet of the Blacks. This art history book is actually gonna be released in late January to February 2020, which is literally last year. Shout out to the brother who actually proofread the book. He also going to format the book when I'm gonna send him the pictures, so he can literally format the actual book itself. I also bought this because I got pictures that I'm actually gonna have to make copies of. And then I'm gonna start coloring. So I actually bought this. I also have this folder have all the pictures for the Planet of the Blacks. You know what I mean? Can't wait to release them. I actually asked y'all which picture do y'all want to see for the front cover, and the back cover of the book. Like, which one you actually want to see? You want to see this for the front cover of the book, or this the front cover of the book? You know what I mean? Because I'm actually fluctuating with myself. I really don't know which. I'm actually going to tag some of y'all names so y'all can literally help me out on which one you're actually going to see within the front cover of the book. Also, I'm actually going to draw her afro black, so you know that her hair is afro, but including the sun. The planet Earth was supposed to be right there. I actually have a picture of the Earth right there, but it's not in color. So I got the picture of this, but it's not in color. So I'm probably going to speak about it at the end of the book of practically my intentions that I originally had for this picture, right? Because like that's what I do with all of my projects. I speak about like behind the scenes, the making of it, what age I was, what year of it, etc. Right? Kind of like the totality of the essay or the book from beginning to end, like the making of it. That's pretty what I do. So y'all, please let me know which one you actually want to see for the front cover and the back cover of the actual book itself. Besides that, the Planet of the Blacks originally was supposed to be 3 chapters. The first chapter was supposed to speak about university. It speaks about the first and oldest university, and Well, actually traced to Africa, including the schools as well as the museums. All of them traced to Africa, right? Also spoke about the materials they used to build these museums, universities, libraries, etc. Also spoke about what they taught there, where they located in Africa, etc. Right? I also spoke about the second chapter was supposed to speak about the land of the blacks. Kind of speaks about the Africans was the first inhabitants of each region of the world, how they got to these regions, and the name of those African tribes. The last chapter, well, I mean, none of them in order, but these are the chapters that are supposed to be in the book that I originally had intended for. One of them was African inventions and creation. Kind of speaks about that African inventions and creation that we use in our daily lives and unaware that it's traced to African descent and origin. So that's practically what that was supposed to be about. The book in total supposed to be around like $50,000, maybe $60,000. So I had to remove a lot of chapters, a lot of information, and made it be about just creation and invention, right? Which is the picture that actually shows y'all, and etc. Watch the previous video, you actually know what the book that's going to be about. You can even watch behind the scenes of the Planet of the Blacks of what I originally had intended. I should have put that video on private because I actually revealed too much information in that video. But I don't know. I'm fluctuating myself. Should I put that video on private or not? Because I revealed too much information in those videos. But I already kind of said it in these videos as well. But besides all that, I'm actually selling a book for $20. Talking about the Planet of the Blacks. Gonna be released it in late January to February. If you guys want a copy, you just holler at me on my what's it called? My Facebook account. Holler at me in private. Yo, man, I want a copy of your book. You know what I mean? Actually, give me your address and say and tell me that you put $20 on my PayPal. Right? So you put $20 on my PayPal, and then I will literally send it to you. Right? Besides that, you can. I was gonna say my email. I'm not fully sure about that. So. But y'all just literally let me know. You know what I mean? Besides all that, I'm gonna show y'all my second art history book that I'm actually working on. It's a brother. His name is I can't remember his name, but he's from Nigeria. He's gonna be drawing the pictures for that book as well. And I'm just gonna show y'all the books right now. This is the book right here for the Mexicans is Indigenous to America. Before I should get into that, I'm gonna show y'all the notes. These are all of the notes and references and sources for what's gonna be for the Mexicans is Indigenous to America. These are all the notes and references. I actually copied a lot of books that's actually based on this topic from the library. I'm actually going to track them and put them also including to the actual book itself, so I can know, you know what I mean, so you guys can know. So this is Mexicans Indigenous to America. These are the books I've read from beginning to end. This one actually be my favorite. This one. I actually want a different artist to draw a different book. I actually reached out to a female. I actually want to know if she actually want to work on my third art history book, which is called The Africans of Pre-America. People was really poking me with a stick about these books going to sell. I'm like, yo, I'm selling books. I don't have a whip, which means, well, I'm saying I don't have a car. So, I don't know how to reach out, you know what I mean? Reach different regions around the world. I have in mind on what I'm going to do, though. You know what I mean? But besides all that, and pretty what I do with any project I actually do, I actually read more than 15 or 20 books based on that topic, and including watch videos about the topic, as well YouTube videos. So YouTube videos including websites from the internet. So I have a depth understanding on the topic that I'm actually reading about. But I always start with children's books because they get direct to the point, easy to understand, etc. So I start with them, then I kind of increase the grade level. So that's pretty what I actually do. Oh, shout out to the fundraisers. You actually booked this book to book a couple of these books for that I actually have in my grasp in my hand. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my brother because that he actually copped some books for me because I don't ask for help with for shit. So yeah, she helped me out buy some books, including my mother. She know that I don't like asking people for help, but I really want the book to be to fruition. So I hate asking people for help, but they actually helped me out. And my brother, he was like, yo, you ask for help, man, you don't ask for help. So I know in fact you really need this, you don't need the money and etc. So he actually helped me out. That's the Mexicans Indigenous to America. This here is the Africans in Pre-America. Now that book previously here kind of speaks about that that book here speaks about that the Mexicans is indigenous to America because Mexicans is actually Native Americans that has been raped by the illegal immigrants when they actually arrived to this land. They raped the inhabitants, the females, children, including boys. that was their thing. They rape the fuck out of everybody and then make them to Mexicans. As explained in my video of the Mexicans Indigenous to America, watch the video, the making of the Mexicans Indigenous to America. Just watch those actual videos, especially watch the Mexicans Indigenous to America. Watch that video. I actually explain in depth details in that actual video, right? So besides that, this here is my third art history book I'm actually working on, which is called The Africans in Pre-America. This here is all of my notes and references that I'm actually going to be including to the actual book itself. The reason why you actually see some of the pages ripped out, because of these is information that I'm actually going to go further research in. Include that to the actual book, this here. Now, like I said earlier, it's a female. Actually asked her, but she haven't replied back yet. I did want her to work on this book, which is called The Africans in Pre-America. I don't know how much it is that she want me to pay her, etc. like that, but she had to be very, patient with me. Like I said before, when I do any project, I'm always like multiple steps ahead. So like before I work on any project, I already know who I want to work on it, but I know I need the money to, gather, right, to make these actual books. So hopefully she has patient with me, because I go through him first. I gotta make copies from the Planet of the Blacks first. The bread I get from that, give it to this brother so he can draw pictures for this and color them. Give it to the other brother so he can proofread it and format it. He know who he is. The same brother who proofread my first book, The Planet of the Blacks, proofread and format it. Give it to him. And I also do the same with practically all the other one. He gonna be proofreading it and formatting it, So I just wanted her to kind of draw the pictures for the book, color them, and I wanted her to kind of like ask me the amount of it. I'm actually going to ask her, because I'm not on this yet, because I'm almost finished this. I'm like 85% done with this. So probably at the end of December, that one going to be done. This one going to be done. But bringing on this one. Any book from Shabazz, yo, copy, yo. He be dropping those jewels. But yeah, but this book here is this book here I'm making, my third one, The Africans in Pre-America, speaks about the Africans is actually the first inhabitants in America. We was actually already here. And Native Americans actually confirmed it, literally said it them damn selves. We was actually already here. Actually explained the name of the tribes, the materials they used to arrive to the land, etc. Details. Some of the information I was talking to librarians. Yo, oh yeah, librarians actually helped me out with the references and sources, including university teachers. They was kind of surprised at the information I was showing them. Oh yes, sir. That shit is a theory, sir. It's a theory that I showed them information. It was like, okay, they was here. Any book from Robin Walker, man, cop that shit. And people were sleeping on this brother here, Winters, because he was saying some interesting information. And this book here shows that a lot of ancient Mexican civilizations, their culture, their customs, and their religion, even the imagery and their meaning is identical, not similar, identical, which means it's the same shit. Their meaning is the same as ancient Nubia, West Africans. They even give you the name of it. This is a classic. Love this book. Love this shit. But written back means the same thing. You know what these white scholars said? They had the same thoughts, sir. They just thought of the same thing. They just thought of the building pyramids. Never seen pyramids before. They just make pyramids. They make shit the same meaning as Africans and Nubians. They just thought of the same thing. They just thought of the same thing, sir. I was gonna ask him to help me out too, but I don't want to bother him. But I'm probably gonna hit him up on email. Hit him up to ask him, can you help me out? I'm actually still reading this though. But out of all the books that she read, I'm still reading this one. That's why you see the bookmark there. But there's still information in that book I'm actually gonna be using. Any book from Supreme Understanding, cop it. He got a book called can't remember the name of it. He got a book that I'm actually going to be copping. Can't remember the name of it, but he got a book that I'm actually literally going to be copping. Oh yeah, Black Invented Everything. Can't wait to cop that book. Especially this one. This was a heavy hitter. Oh, Indians means black. That's revealed that. So when he was calling Native Americans Indians, they were saying y'all black. Like I said, for all the information is gonna be in the book. And the book one speaks about that how Native Americans is originally dark skin complexion, non-mixed with Africans. That's like when you look at it, how the government was describing Native Americans, they was calling them the same description they was calling Africans, they was calling Native Americans, which means that Native Americans is originally dark skin complexion, non-mixed with Africans. And that book, Black God, I love that book. These are the books I bought, but didn't get a chance to read yet. I didn't get a chance to read these yet. But I bought them recently though. I had people telling me, oh, yeah, you know, books gonna sell, man. I even had white people telling me, yo, your book's gonna sell. You better make more copies than 50. I'm like, come on, man. Just calm the fuck down, man. I'm just selling books. Yo, white people look at you like you crazy. I had this white dude looking at me like I'm crazy and shit. You better make more copies of that damn book, sir. And this one too. I actually print this out. That's what this is. See this? 100 amazing facts about the black Indian of the Western Hemisphere. That black. Indian means black. So he says black. My mother actually bought this for me, printed out for me. I didn't have the money at the time. You know, cause my mother know practically the projects that I'm doing and stuff like that. So, you know, she always helping me out and shit. Besides that, that's my second. My third. This is my fourth, which is called Africa, the Archer. Oh damn! I don't know why this is over here. My bad. This is something else I'm working on. This one called Africa, the Architect of Western Civilization and Culture. This book speaks about that how there's no such thing as the Western world. It does not exist. It does not exist. The entirety of the Western world is based on African descent and origins. All of them. I also was going to reveal the Moors. It's going to be in the book. The Moors. How you can watch the video I made called "The Moors Are the Ones Who Built the Slave Ships." In that video, I explained that people talk about where are the slave ships. The Moors are the ones who built them. That's why we can't find them. I don't know why they did that. They even made for them the fucking cannons and the fucking guns. Which is called fire sticks. I don't know why they did that. So that's why I'm trying to read very depth history into that, right? And I'm explaining the details, like the material of the ships and etc. That's what I do with everything. But in this book here, said the African presence in early Europe, right? Page 12, because I actually printed it out. It was from a library book. Because I was about to start highlighting shit, and I'm like, oh shit, man, I can't remember this. It's a library book. See what he says. Mother's chemistry. You see that? In fact, gave birth to the gunpowder, and the Moors introduced the first shooting mechanism. These were rifles known as fire sticks. I even showed this to the librarian. It was like, what the fuck? They was flipping out. I actually have, now besides the books I'm going to show you, I have 16 more books I have to cop. So I got 16 books based on this topic that I have to buy and read all of them. Not including these here. Now I haven't read this. I can't wait to read these, man. I haven't read that. I haven't read this. I'm even going to show you how the oh damn, I bought the slip. But some of the stories, like the myth, the mermaids, fairies, elves, they originally was black, but they made them white. Some of the mythical creatures, they originally was black. I'm gonna put it right in this book. Is there some other information about like the meaning of the word black and white? Because black originally means divine, holy, sacred, and beautiful. That what black originally means globally around the world. The opposite of that was white. White means unholy, bad, the devil, etc. You can find it in Ethiopia. They even paint their heroes black. And white was the opposite. When white people rose to power, they switched them. They switched the meanings of those colors, brought it here to America, and then gave it to us. So when we say black, black means, well, I think it means civilly dead or some shit like that. It don't mean that. It only mean that here. But elsewhere, it means something else. So since we don't know our history, we only just limit it to the history where we at. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna include that in there, including just a magly lot of other information. Trust me, when this book get released, they are not gonna teach this book in school. You see him put his hand in her mouth. What that mouth do? Well, I said what that mouth do. Yeah, but these books here I haven't read at all though. Can't wait. And this book he speaks about that the entirety of ancient Egypt. Christianity is based on ancient Egyptians. If you actually watch my video, I didn't get the chance to literally release yet. I didn't release it yet. It was called My Views on Religion. Watch that video. I actually explain in-depth details. All people gotta do is just research, they will find it. A lot of these stories is actually based on ancient Egypt, even though Christianity started in Africa anyway, with I think it was Ethiopians. But it was different how it is today. They just took it and raped it. They fucked everything up that was originally was ours. And I was frustrated with myself. Should I include that in there too? Yo, there's a lot of information that I want to include to this book. For this one, I'm making this one. Africa, the architect of Western civilization and culture. Can't wait to read this one, man. So these are books I haven't read yet at all. But I can't wait to read them. Can't wait to read them. Especially this one. Especially this one too, man. I was keep hearing people talk about this one. Like, yo, what the fuck? Why am I keep talking about this one? I was on the internet. People keep grabbing this and picking it up and shit. Like, yo, this book must be good then. So let me cop it. But any book from him. So they said it was from him. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna cop it. And I copped it. You can't find this book nowhere. So since I'll always be digging and digging and digging, I actually bumped into this book, not out of Greece. I can't wait to read this book. I already know this is going to be some heavy hitter shit. And these the books here I have read from beginning to end. So like I said, for any book from Shabazz, yo, cop it, man. He be dropping those jewels. I read this. So these are books here I've read from beginning to end. This book here explains about the word. Matter of fact, just watch the book, the Moors are the ones who built the slave ships. This book is actually a classic of mine. And especially books from Shabazz, definitely a classic of mine as well. So this is the 4th art history book I'm working on. Right? The 5th one is called The Planet of the Blacks Part 2. Now this one speaks about African inventions and creation that we use in our daily lives that's traced to, you know, African descent and origin, right? Besides that one, I also going to speak about ancient black civilizations that's not in Africa. I can't wait to, oh man, yo, I ain't gonna say too much. This one too, like all of my notes and information, I put them in bags. So I can organize them. Like soon I show y'all my other notes, you be like, God damn, Cortez, you got a lot of shit to do, man, like for real. But one of it's gonna be called The Early Human within the Planet of the Blacks Part 2. So besides me speaking about African inventions and creation, and including ancient black civilizations that's not in Africa, also The Early Human speaks about that when the first man and woman was roaming the planet, what we ate, what we hunt, how we did it. And when I was researching just this, yo, the information that I felt was, oh, I can't wait to release it. I said it many times before, a lot of the information that we do in the ancient period actually started way before then. And here's why I call this book Early Human, because the first man and woman, they think they slick. Human means shade or colored. So they know that the first man and woman was black. Ridiculous. And also, besides this, the other information I'm going to include is the meaning of hair in African culture. Oh man, I can't wait to release that. Oh yeah, I also want y'all to help me out with this. I bought this, but I don't know, because I supposed to buy the little thing, the slap on it, so I can send it to y'all. I've been buying the wrong one, the thing that you put on it, so I can send it to y'all. I've been literally buying the wrong one the whole entire time, man. This shit is fucking ridiculous. I've been literally buying the wrong one, so I had to send it back to Amazon and get my money refunded, shit like that. I said shit. So hopefully y'all can help me out on what the name of this really called. You know what I mean? What the name of it called. But yeah, man, but that's what I actually do. And all of my projects, I always practically, if I do anything, because I know for a fact I'm going to become a spokesperson. You know, talk about history, etc. You know, and it's actually other things I want to do. So that's why one of my main goals is to lose weight. Lose all this weight and fat. Like I did before, I had a treadmill. I was actually wearing tank tops. I was wearing tank tops, but you know, everything costs money. You know what I mean? So, like I said, for the other projects I want to do, people was flipping out, talking about, oh, you're always gonna make a global impact and all this other crazy shit. And this is outside from books. So people just flipping out. I'm like, oh, you know, you gonna make a global impact. You know what you doing? Blah blah blah. You know, I'm like, people, you know, I don't think it's gonna be that big. So y'all need to stop flipping out. These people was flipping out. So I think they trying to hype me up or something. You know how people is. You know, so I just don't pay people no mind, to be honest. But yeah, though, man. So my first book, The Planet of the Blacks. The Planet of the Blacks. Mexicans, the Indigenous to America. My third book, The Africans and Pre-American. My fourth book, Africa, the Architect of Western Civilization and Culture. And my fifth book is The Planet of the Blacks Part 2. And it's actually dramatically more information I'm going to include in each of them. I'm not on this yet, or this one yet. I'm briefly working on The Africans and Pre-American. That's why you see all of those notes. You know, because I know for fact I'm almost finished the Mexicans Indigenous to America, so that's why I'm kind of working on that one. I'm actually multitasking. You know what I mean? And I can't wait to release them. You feel me? Peace, man.